here at Sparta Middle School, where 6 teams battled to become the champion of the Sparta Recreation High School Playoffs. With KoN Media, I'm Chelsea Royal.
Hello and welcome to Sports Web from KoN Media. I'm Jeff Kramer.
And I'm Chelsea Royal.
Today we are going to take a look at the 2012 Sparta Recreation High School Basketball Playoffs. This year we had 10 teams competing to make the playoffs, but only 6 teams could make the cut. We have the Navy, captained by Katie Lane, the only team in the league with female players. Next we have the tenacious Gray Glazers, led by Nick Lillis, who have outscored their opponents by 20 points in the last 2 games. We have the Light Blue Spartans, captained by Dylan Gizzo, who had a good draft this year, resulting in a team full of upperclassmen. On the flip side, we have the up-and-coming Burgundy Bears, led by Michael Almonte, who made the playoffs despite having 1 senior on their team. We have the perennial powerhouse, the Gold Sunflowers, led by Justin Bird, whose players have been playing together for about 3 years. Finally, we've got the Red Renegades, captained by Gil Gibbs, who were last year's league champs. Let's take a look at the first semifinal game between the Burgundy Bears and the Navy. Ricky Espinoza passes to Tana Fettinger, who then passes to Dylan Busenek. Busenek scores with a turnaround jumper. The game is tied 2-2. Then Tim Puglio takes it up the court. He runs a give and go with Brian Wilkie and scores. Bears are up 3-2. Altieri muscles his way as the Bears start to pull away with the 4-2 lead. Then Travis Riley gets the steal and hits Wilkie on the fast break. Bears score 5-2. Later, Matthew Mitchell shoots the 2. Then later on in the game, Michael Almonte passes to Ryan Altieri for the easy bucket, and the Bears go up 10-6. Wilkie dishes out to Sean Fioritto, who scores a 2. The Bears' attack soon becomes too much for Navy. Puglio gets the tip. Bears up 16-8. Altieri with the defensive block. Navy tries to score again. Altieri, however, gets the ball and fast breaks, passes it to Wilkie for the layup. Bears take a substantial 20-8 lead. Nico Salvatoriello gets the turnaround jumper. Espinosa hits the 2 at the start of the second half to try a comeback. But the second half featured the Navy getting out-rebounded. Billy Bliss makes the shot. Bears go up 31-12. Then Navy's Katie Lane passes to Fettinger, who scores with the finger roll. Bears still lead 35-16. Altieri gets the rebound, runs down the court, dishes it to Fioretto. Bears take a 21-point lead. Wilkie passes it to Almonte, who then passes to Fioretto for the shot, and the Bears win 37-16.
I had a chance to talk to some of the players about the game. Let's take a look. With me now is team captain Katie Lane of the Navy team. So Katie, how do you think you guys could have improved for today?
I think we just could have played harder and been a little more on top of things. We also had a lot of kids not show up, so that definitely hurt us.
How tough do you feel that your opponent was?
I think they're one of the better teams in the league, but we definitely could have beat them if we tried harder.
How do you like playing for the Sparta Recreation basketball?
It's fun. It's not time consuming, which I like, and we have a good time.
Our team is pretty good this year. It's a young team, all juniors and younger. We only have 1 senior, so we're looking good for next year and this year.
Who do you think is going to be your biggest rival in the playoff games today?
I think Red. They've been undefeated. They only lost one actually. And we lost to them first game. So I think those are the biggest rival team.
What do you think that your team could work on in order to definitely win the next game?
Pass a lot.
And how do you enjoy playing for the Sparta Recreation Basketball League?
I love it. It's good. It's good keeping kids away from partying or stuff like that. Keep them in shape.
The top scorers for this game were Dylan Busenek with 6, while Nicky Espinoza had 3. And on the Bears side, Sean Fioretto had an impressive 21 points, with Ryan Altieri getting 12 points. So Chelsea, what could Navy have done to win this game?
Jeff, it would have been very tough. The Bears are an outstanding fast break team with powerful rebounding. To beat them, the Navy would have had to limit at least one of these, which unfortunately they failed to do.
Thank you, Chelsea. Now let's take a look at the second semifinal game between the light blue Spartans and the gray Glazers. With the Spartans up 2-1, Uchkovsky puts the Glazers on board by hitting a jumper. Later, he hits another jumper, Glazers score, Spartans still up 4-3. Then, Brian Rolfe makes a shot and the Spartans are up 5-3. Jonathan Genuardi shoots and scores, Spartans go up 6-3. Nick Lillis drains the 2, narrowing the lead to 6-5. Rolfe has an amazing one-handed steal, he drives to the hoop but falls short. Frank Schock grabs a pass from Lillis and ties it up going into the half 6-6. On the other side of the half, Bobby Goffel drains the 2, Spartans up 8-6. Dylan Gizzo makes a shot, Spartans up 9-7. The Glazers make a comeback with Alec Bowie hitting a 2 to tie it all up at 9. Then Genuardi gives it to Gizzo who hits the 2, Spartans up 11-9. Dylan Gizzo with another 2. Dylan Bray hits the shot to put the Spartans up 15-10. Bowie scores again for the Glazers to put them within 3. Bowie with another one, Glazers are down by 2. Glazers Lillis ties it with a monster 2, 15-15. The Glazers take the lead for the first time as Alec Bowie scores, Glazers up 16-15. Brian Rolfe ties it for the Spartans, 16-16. Rolfe to Galfo, Galfo back to Rolfe. Rolfe shoots. Galfo gets the rebound and shoots. The Glazers' Frank Shaw gets the rebound and tries to pass it up court, but can't. Galfo gets the steal and passes it to Rolfe, who puts it in for the win. This one was a nail-biter. The Spartans win 17-16. Let's see what the players had to say about that one.
We had some great offense, but we really needed to pick it up on defense. We didn't have a great defensive day today.
Did you do anything differently to prepare for today's playoffs?
We did more practicing in the beginning, and we've had more players, considering we've only had 4 for like the whole season, but that's about it.
How do you like playing for Sparta Rec basketball?
It's really fun. I really enjoyed it this year.
Here with me now is Captain Dylan Gizzo of the Light Blue Spartans. Dylan, what do you feel are your team's strengths on the court?
Probably ball handling, because we have 2 varsity basketball players from the high school on our team, and they have good handles and know how to get out of pressure and stuff, so it helps us a lot.
How tough was your opponent in the last game?
They were pretty good. We only won by a point, so it shows how good they are. They put up a good fight, but we came out with it, so I'm happy.
Looking forward to the next game, what do you think you guys need to work on?
Passing, probably, because everyone thinks they're the best and tries to shoot it, but you need communication and ball movement.
Do you enjoy playing for the Rec Basketball League here at Sparta?
Yeah, I do. It's a lot of fun, and it gives people that didn't make the team in the high school an opportunity to play, so it's really good.
This game's top performances were Alec Bowie from the Glazers with 6 points, Nick Lillis had 5, and on the Spartan side, Dylan Gizzo had 7, and Jonathan Genuardi with 3. Chelsea, could the Glazers have done anything to pull this one out differently?
This was a great game. Both teams played very hard. I really don't think anything could have been done. Both teams were pretty evenly matched.
The first finals game was between the Renegades and the Light Blue Spartans. This is how it unfolded. Gil Gibbs with the drive, Renegades up 1-0. The Spartans' Brian Rolfe responds, he scores, bringing the score to 2-1. Gibbs with another drive. He shoots to put up the Renegades 3-1. Rolfe responds again and brings it to a 1-point game. Andrew Kiro gets the steal. Then races back to score. Renegades up 7-3. Christopher Tamburo answers with a jumper. Renegades up 8-3. Bobby Galpo gets a shot up. The Spartans are down by 5. And the Renegades' Scott Byers puts it up, and they're up 10-4. TJ Stanislaw joins in on the action and puts the Renegades up 11-5. Dylan Bray with the fast break. Spartans score. Renegades are still up 11-6. Look at this amazing shot by Brian Rolfe. Spartans cut the lead by 4. Kiro has another steal and scores. As Stanislaw shoots a 2 to put the Renegades up 14-9. Rolfe has a one-handed shot. Makes it. Espinoza gets the fast break and the Renegades are up 15-9. Then Dylan Gizzo with the steal and fast break to put the Spartans at 13. Towards the end of the game, Scott Byers gets the jumper. Renegades score. It's now 20-13. Drew Garger scores on a fast break and the Spartans fall to the Renegades 21-13. Here's Chelsea with the players' reactions.
I think we need to play better man-to-man defense and box out better because we're limited with height, so we need to get rebounds. So if we box out properly, get rebounds, and I don't know, stop pushing the ball with the turnovers and stuff. Slow it down maybe so it's less hectic. And I don't know, we think we can score better that way.
What was your biggest challenge in the last game?
My wrist would be it. I'm used to scoring 20 points, but it's kind of hard. I have a fractured wrist and I have surgery soon. But I wanted to play with my friends and see if I can do my best. So it's tough, but it's all right.
So you really enjoy playing for the Rec Basketball League?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun this year. It's good playing with your friends. We laugh a lot. We talk about it in school. It's a good time.
Well, thank you for your time. Good luck with your surgery. I'm here with Gil Gibbs, captain of the Renegades. So Gil, how do you feel about making the championship game?
Well, we were the favorite last year, so coming in with the number 1 seed, we thought, why not?
How tough was your opponent for the last game?
They were tough. We faced them the first game of the year, and it came down to the fourth quarter, so we expected just the same, and it turned out to be just a rigorous game as the last time.
Did you do anything differently to prepare for the playoffs today?
Probably more so mentally. We got more focused because this was a big game and trying to get to the championship, just like everyone else.
There were 2 players from each team with high scores. From the Spartans, Brian Rolfe had 7 points and Bobby Galpo had 3. On the Renegade side, Andrew Kiro had 4 and Scott Byers had 3. Chelsea, what happened with this one? I thought the Spartans would have put up a better fight.
The Renegades were well rested and poised to play. You can't make too many mistakes against them and hope to win. The Spartans had just won a nail-biter against the Blazers, so they seemed a little drained. I understand they were also missing some players, and one of their top players, Brian Rolfe, was playing with an injured hand. I think on a different day, we might have seen a totally different game.
Thanks, Chelsea. Now let's move on to the other finals game between the Burgundy Bears and the Gold Sunflowers. It started, Brian Wilkie starts strong and drains the 2, Bears up 2-0. Ryan Black responds with a jumper shot and the Sunflowers are on the board. Tony Tantello hits the jumper. Then Tony Tantello hits another jumper. Sunflowers are down by 2. Tony Tantillo with a 2. Tantillo is on fire. Score is tied 6-6. Austin Lusher with a nice block. Then Hilme Mustafa scores. Bears are up 7-6. Mustafa gets another layup and they are up 9-6. Tim Puglio scores for the Bears and they go up 10-7. Next, Brian Wilkie with the jumper, Bears 12-7. Altieri gets his own rebound, puts it in for the score. Matthew Pampin drains the 2 and brings the game within 2. Captain Justin Bird shoots a 2 to tie it up at 16. The Bears respond and then Bird turns around to tie it up again. Robbie Black scores and the Sunflowers take the lead for the first time, 17-18. Get ready for a battle. Brian Wilkie with the drive to tie it at 20. Bird responds with a fast break and the Suns go up 21-20. Wilkie scores a 2 to put the Bears up 22-21. Bird responds with another jumper and ties it up at 22. Altieri gets in the action and the Bears are up by 1. Then Matt Pampin gets the steal and the layup, and the Sunflowers are now leading. Puglio ties it up at 25. And yet again, Altieri ties it up at 26. The Bears try to pull away with Altieri scoring to put it at 28-26. But Tony Tantillo keeps it alive for the Sunflowers and brings the score to 28-27. Brian Wilkie hits the 2, and it's a 3-point game. Matt Pampin gets a steal and scores 30-28. Travis Riley gets the fast break and puts the Bears up by 4. Burden going all out with the 2. Leo answers with a 2 of his own, putting this game out of reach, 34-30 Bears. A lot of back and forth action in this game. Chelsea, what do the players think?
I'm here with team captain Justin Berg of the Gold Sunflowers. So Justin, how do you feel about the team this year?
I thought our team was pretty good. We always came and tried our best, and most of the time we won, but we just couldn't pull off the last one.
What do you think the team could have done differently in order to win that game?
We could have just played harder on defense. A lot of kids didn't cover, but it was still good. It was a good season.
Did you do anything differently to prepare for the playoffs today?
No, I just came in and tried my hardest.
Do you enjoy playing for the Sparta Rec Basketball League?
Yeah, it's fun. Before we didn't have a rec league, and now we do, and I like it a lot. We play all the time.
Yeah, we actually decided we'd face guard their best players so they couldn't score, and we limited their opportunities to score.
Did you expect to make it to the last round of the playoffs?
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, we basically knew we were one of the better teams, and we expected to be here against Red.
What are your expectations for the championship game?
I expect it to be a very low-scoring game, but I expect us to come out on top.
Do you enjoy playing for the Sparta Rec League?
It's so much fun.
Top scorers for the Sunflowers, Justin Bird had 10 points while Tony Tantillo had 7. Brian Wilkie had 11 points and Ryan Altieri had 8 for the Bears. Chelsea, that last one seemed like a championship game in itself.
Well, both of these teams were incredibly fun to watch. The game was very exciting as both teams had a lot of scoring threats. At the end, the Bears initiated some ball control and kept the Sunflowers from scoring. Some very smart play.
Thanks, Chelsea. And as a result of earlier games, the championship game was played between the Red Renegades and the Bears. Gil Gibbs wastes no time and pops the 2. Renegades go up 2-0. Brian Wilkie stops the fast break. Wilkie pops the 2. Scott Byers hits the jumper. Wilkie with another 2, and it's a 3-point game. Tim Puglio gets the tip in, and the Bears score to keep them up by 4. Gil Gibbs with another 2. Bears are still up 7-5. AJ Espinosa scores, and the Renegades are now down by 1. Puglio with another putback. Bears score to make the game 8-6. Then Sean Fioritto with the 2. Then TJ Stanislaw scores a 2 of his own. Nico Salvatoriello with a fast break. Bears score, it's 15-9. Then Drew Garza answers right back, and the Renegades are down by 5. Patrick Allen gets a 2 to make it a 4-point game. Brian Wilkie blows by his man and gets a nice drive. Travis Riley scores for the Bears with a jumper shot to make it 18-14. Wilkie drops a 2, and the Bears take a 6-point lead. Then Garza scores again to make it 20-17. TJ Stanislaw gets the easy basket. It's a 2-point game. Patrick Allen hits the jumper. Stanislaw with the 2 to tie it at 21. Riley gets the dish and scores. Bears up by 1. Gibbs with another 2 as the Renegades take the lead 23-22. Gibbs has another monster 2 to put the Renegades up by 3. Then Stanislaw scores again to make it 26-22. Altieri scores to bring the Bears within 3. Garza finishes off the stunned Bears with a final score of 27-23, and the Renegades come away with the 2012 championship title.
I'm here with one of the players from the winning team, Renegades, Max Levatino. Max, how do you feel about the team this year?
I feel good because we won the championship last year. We have a good team and we have a lot of wins.
Were you expecting to win the playoffs for this year?
Yeah, frankly I was.
How do you like playing for the Sparta Recreation Basketball League?
It's a great organization.
This here is Tim Puglio from the Burgundy Bears. So Tim, despite the team's loss today, how do you feel that you guys did in the overall season?
I'm pretty proud of us this season. For a team with only one senior, I think we've really done a great job, and especially because we signed the senior late in the season, I think we have a really good chance of next year of maybe taking it off.
So what was the biggest challenge against the Renegades?
The biggest challenge against the Renegades I have to give to Gil Gibbs, their senior. He's a great shooter, and he was able to come down and hit some big shots against us at the end. You know, it was kind of, we had a collapse in the fourth quarter, and they really had an answer for us.
What do you think that you could have done differently in order to win?
I honestly think we should have passed the ball a lot more. It was kind of, everyone would just clear out and do ISOs one-on-one, and we really couldn't reserve that. With the red team, they're such a good team overall. They have no really weak players that we really needed to play as a team to actually beat them.
How do you like playing for the Sparta Recreation Basketball League?
The Sparta Rec is a really good program. I mean, it's still a work in progress, but I have a lot of fun playing it, and it's great to be a sophomore in the program and still have some time to see it how it goes.
Well, great job today. Thank you so much for your time. I'm here with player TJ Stanislaw from the Renegades. So TJ, how does it feel to be the champions for a second year in a row?
It feels good. I mean, I was a free agent at the beginning of the season. I was on black and we were in the finals last year, and we lost to red. And this year I came to red and I knew we were going to win it again.
What was one of the major improvements that you saw in your team today?
It seemed like we made every three, and our shooting was just awesome.
It was a pretty close game. What was the most challenging thing about playing the Burgundy Bears?
Ryan Altieri, he's a beast, and he's like Dwight Howard.
How do you feel for, playing for the Sparta Rec Basketball League?
I like the league. I think it's a great idea for the people who don't play high school basketball, and yeah, it's just a great experience.
Well, good job today. Thank you very much for your time.
For the Bears, Brian Wilkie had 7 points and Sean Fiorito had 6. And for the champion Renegades, Gil Gibbs had an amazing 15 points, while TJ Stanislaw had 6. Chelsea, that was another impressive game. Why did the Renegades win?
Many reasons, Jeff. This was the Bears' third game of the day, so their endurance was down, and we didn't see as many fast breaks as they would have liked to take. The court is also much bigger in the championship, so it gave the Renegades room to move around and give openings for twos, and as we know, two-pointers are so important in this league. As we saw, the Renegades use them to come back and win this one. Finally, the Renegades turned up their defense and limited the Bears' star player, Ryan Altieri, to 2 points.
I will say, Chelsea, Altieri looked very impressive. Stopping him must have been tough. Well, it was a great playoff, and we look forward to next year.
But before we let you go, let's talk about Sparta Rec High School basketball. The league was formed 3 years ago. The season starts in early February and goes until the second week of March. Freshmen through seniors can join. If a player joins as a freshman, he or she is drafted to a team. Additionally, each season, the league holds a free agent draft for new upperclassmen to be assigned to a team. Players generally stay on the same team, but a few trades do occur.
At the end of the season, our parent organization, the KoN Corporation, invites the top 6 teams to partake in a playoff battle for bragging rights. The KoN Corporation works closely together with the Sparta Recreation Department by providing 2 members of its management team to donate their time and effort as league supervisors. Let's hear what some of the parents have to say about these league supervisors.
How do you enjoy watching your son play?
Oh, I love it because he enjoys it so much.
While you were growing up, was there a recreation department such as the one here at Sparta?
No, unfortunately, I didn't have that luxury.
Yes, we had a recreation program up to 8th grade, not to the high school. And if you see all these high school kids, in fact, a lot of them like coach in other sports, and they're just having fun out here, and it's great for them.
I didn't do basketball personally, but they do so much for the kids today that it's really a good thing because it gives them something to do.
Mr. Gibbs, what do you think that the Sparta Recreation Basketball League offers that maybe the school team might not?
Oh, this is just an outstanding program they put together. I mean, a lot of these kids I know really wanted to make the high school team and now they have some place to go, and it's just a lot of fun to watch these kids, and they do a great job with it. They really do.
How do you like the league supervisors?
Oh, they're great, great. I really do enjoy the team. I think it's great activities for the kids, and they certainly enjoy what they do.
I don't see any problem. There's enough people here to watch them, and I think it's good that they get some independence to run their own team at this age and see what it's like, but yet you have the adults overseeing everything.
Oh, fabulous job. I mean, they take over control of everything out on the court, and if there is any kind of problems, they're right there and get it taken care of. It's a good program.
Thanks for joining us here on SportsWeb. For KoN Media, I'm Jeff Kramer.
And I'm Chelsea Royal. We'll see you next time.